Welcome, sports fans. How are we doing? So, today we are going to cover some of the long distance races and show you what's happening currently. So, we know that since they last did an update, the 5k and 10k have been very hard to win. But the marathon's gone the complete opposite way and it is the easiest to win. So, we're just going to go through what are the new 5k, 10k tactics and just how broken is the marathon. So let's start with the marathon. Okay, so what I'm going to show you here, we know the marathon format. We are doing tap and holds and taps as we go through. And the aim is to get as many perfects, etc. so that we secure the best time. But more importantly, so we have a good position on the track to obviously get first place and hopefully get 5 stars. However, one thing you'll notice in the marathon is exactly what I'm going to show you now. So we are not going to press a button. Let's see how we do. Go. Right, we're giving them a head start. There we go. They've got a massive head start on us, as you'll see. As we approach the first tap and hold, though, we speed up. There you go. There's that speed up. And we all of a sudden are first. And we're still first. And we're going to run out of energy. Because obviously the whole purpose of pressing these buttons is to build our stamina. But as you'll see here, currently we are in the red and we can't see anyone else on the track. So we're just going to let this play out as it goes through. It's quite an important one. This obviously just demonstrates how broken the marathon currently is. However, it's pretty good if you're trying to do club champs and you want to get the additional 50 coins, but more importantly to get the additional attempts tokens. Marathon all of a sudden becomes an easy one to do. It is slightly long, but you also get, you score okay as such. So this is never going to get you the best time that you possible as such. Normally when I'm doing this, I would still be attempting some of these boosts as we go to keep our stamina up, but as you can see, stamina's down. The time itself is absolutely terrible. You're never going to get a PB doing this, but it does just show if you need 5 points. If there is a challenge where you need stars, but if there's a challenge where you need 5 stars, then the marathon is the perfect event to choose because you just can't lose. I have not hit a single button the whole way around this, and look, the speed continues. The question here is, where is the field? The field should be well ahead of us, and then they're not. We're first. We're looking behind. I can't see anyone else. There they are. They're just coming around from the 200 meters now. So we are nearly 200 meters ahead of the entire field by not pressing a single button. So there you go. That is how broken the marathon is. 19 minutes late because of where our PB is. So we know it's not going to get us a PB. But they're only just coming down the straight there. Absolutely terrible. Okay. So now we'll move on. And I'm going to just quickly hit there. See how I just got 5 stars for doing nothing? Now I'm just going to go back into the long distance and do 5 and 10k. Now, a lot has been said about how to play the 5 and 10k since the update. The issue that we're having is that there is no common answer because the bots are overpowered. However, let me show you a tactic which most people are complaining they're only getting 1 or 2 stars. This is going to maximize your star return. Hopefully it works. So, here we go. So we're going to do we are actually going to press buttons here. There is another little hack on this, and we're going to try the other hack that it's not a hack, it's just a tactic. Before anyone thinks it's actually cheating, it is not. So here, we're going to just try and keep ourselves in that third, fourth position. There we go, we're in third. This is all we're going to do. Just going to keep ourselves in third. Actually, we can go. Okay, we should get second in this race now. We are in second because of the... Yeah, we forgot about that piece. When you go into your... Oh, that's terrible. When you go into the final lap, you do get a little bit of a boost. So if you're relatively close to the person in front of you, you will catch them when it goes to the track. I'll tell you what, we are close to getting first here. Okay, we're going to get second. But as you can see, by keeping ourselves in third place, and then we realised we had enough energy to get ourselves into second. This is how you maximise your return on the 5K currently. I fully expect this to change. We'll have to do a new video when they tweak the event itself. Now, there is... I think it's on the 10K actually. It's not on the 5K. So let's just quickly change to the 10K. And again, we're going to show a very similar... I think most people know the tactic I'm using on this. If you looked at the latest guide to the 10K, there are two in the library. First one was the OG 10K. I have updated that as to the new tactic we need to be using. So we'll use it again here as a reminder. And then we'll try the other way, which sort of guarantees. It's been known to give first and second places doing it this other way. So, last two. There we go. Okay, so on lap 22. Once we get to lap 23, we are going to hit it just about now. And this should use up all of the energy by the time we get round. There we go. And we are in first place. Probably slightly lucky to be in first place. That isn't always the case. Oh, they are absolutely terrible. But it just goes to show I'm doing terrible on the lap. And I'm still in first. Because I've built that lead up from... I'm either really early or really late. Never going to be a PB when you perform like that. Oh my good God. This is the worst final lap. And it actually probably could have been a personal best if we'd have done something better. Yes, it would have been a personal best if we'd have had a good final lap there. Just goes to show the importance of the final lap. However, we've just shown you can win the 10K. That is a rare sight. Very rare sight. If we just go back, we're just going to try this new 10K technique. Which again is not pressing a single button as we go around. And there seems to be... It's been reported there is a glitch whereby if you do this, the people carry on running and you will get far, and therefore you will finish in like first or second position because they go to do another lap when you're pretty much coming down the home straight. We just need to trial this out. So this is the first time trying it. I don't know if this will work or not. So some live user testing as we go through. So again, we are not pressing a button. We're going to keep that 28 energy. And let's see where that takes us. God. Here we go. Right, everyone's far enough ahead. They'll be nearly finished by the time this comes in. So we can see them. They go around the top straight. Let's see, is this going to improve? There you go. Look, we're 6th, 5th, 4th, 8th. How on earth is that possible? I'll tell you how. It's not possible. 7, 6, 5, 4. Can we get 3rd? I'll tell you what though. We are coming 4th by not pressing a single button. So we can see the various elements of the game that are broken. Some people have continued to run around the track, and that's enabled us to become 4th. And there you have it. So is that any better than doing the 10K? Well, we've just shown we can win the 10K. So when people say you can't win the 10K, there's evidence that you can win the 10K. You've just got to have the right tactics and get lucky that the bots are underperforming at a certain time. So that's 100%, yes, done. We've also shown, though, that within the marathon and the 10K things are broken. We didn't try that in the 5K, to be perfectly honest. I've not heard anything that says that, and while it's as if it's listening to me, the 5K is loaded. So the bases are loaded. Let's try the 5K without pressing a button, and we'll see what happens here. So as I said, we've shown we can get points in the 5K. Came second. We won the 10K. We've also shown that actually you can win the marathon and the 10K. Sorry, you can win the marathon by not pressing a button. We also showed that you can get fourth in the 10K without pressing a button. Fundamentally, something is wrong with the game and the coding, etc., that they do need to fix. However, they are fully aware of what is going on. So here, we're hoping that this person in front of us gets a bit of a move on, because they have pretty much finished as we've finished the race. So we're 8th, we're 7th now. Not quite sure. 6th, 5th, 4th. They're all still going, are they? 3rd. I'll tell you what. Okay. Ooh, what have I done? There's some argument there that you could easily get second, because I could have stayed close to the person who was just ahead of me and overtaken them to become first place. So again, we've shown there, don't press anything, you get better results sometimes than what you're getting elsewhere. So what we've shown there is actually, in general, long distance races are broken. As I said, it is fully reported to developers, so hopefully they'll get the fix in there soon. It's not cheating doing it. The game allows you to do it. The coding is allowing you to do it. You are not getting an advantage that no one else can get. So therefore, it can't be cheating. What you're doing is you found that the software allows you to do something, and you are therefore taking advantage of that. That is very different to cheating, which would be where someone manipulates the software or finds a hack or a way that only benefits themselves. So, as I said, long distance races broken. You can win. You can win the 5K. We've shown that we got pretty close, and we should have really won that. We've shown you can win the 10K. We've shown you can win the marathon. We've shown that if you are unable to get to any decent position in the 5 and 10K and you need stars, you can just let it run, and then you'll get more stars than probably if you're trying. That's it for today. Hopefully this gets fixed fairly soon, but until it does, the whole purpose is to make sure that everyone is aware of what is out there in the game. They have fixed the lower frame issues and stuff like that, so they're doing a great job. Hopefully next we'll get the relay through. That will be really interesting when that comes. We've seen some of the sneak peeks of that, and I do think it's extremely, it looks extremely good. Puts a bit of I think it puts something that's slightly different. We're going to have, I think when the 4x100 comes in, what are we going to get? We're going to get taps. Obviously that's to generate the speed within the actual legs of the 100 meters. Each handover, the baton change, that is going to probably be press and hold, and then it will just keep on that, and it will repeat as it goes through. So that's it for today. I will see you on the next video. Hopefully I'll try and think of some things that we want. If there's anything you want me to cover though, put it in the comments below. So that's it for today. Hopefully you are all enjoying playing the game as we do, and I will see you on the next video. Like, share, subscribe.